Good afternoon to one and all present here. Our next session will be conducted by Dean Research and Development, Dr. Amit Sharma sir. Sir is presently working as Dean Research and Development, heading Civil Engineering Department of IPS Academy, Institute of Engineering and Science, Indore. He had done his BE Civil Engineering and ME Structures in 2005 and 2008 respectively from SGS ITS Indore. He has completed his PhD from RGBV University in 2018 on the topic Seismic Performance of Existing Masonry Buildings. He has authored more than 25 technical papers in different aspects of structural and earthquake engineering and guided more than 25 M.Tech theses. In 2012, he has received Young Scientist Award from MP Council of Science and Technology. In 2014, he got the fellowship of 1 month to work at Moscow University of Physics and Technology, Russia. Now, I welcome you, sir, to proceed with your session.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Okay, shall we start? Today we will just discuss what is research and what type of research is going on in our institute. Okay. So how many of you are comfortable in English? Hindi? Okay. हम मिक्स रखेंगे, ठीक है? अभी चेंज करना होगा तो करिए. So, how many of you know the vision of our institute? देखिए, विजन है हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट का क्या है, सब एक बार रीड करिए, बोलिए सब लोग. टू बी द फाउंटेन हेड ऑफ नोवेल आइडियाज एंड इनोवेशन इन साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी and persist. You have to speak and persist to be a foundation pride for all Indians. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका, बताइए. अल्टीमेटली हम क्या करना चाह रहे हैं? नोवल आइडियाज. नोवल मीन्स यूनिक, है ना? इनोवेशंस, समथिंग न्यू, ठीक है? तो वो कैसे आएगा? कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा, उसका हम सॉल्यूशन निकालेंगे, उससे रिलेटेड हमको कोई आइडिया आएगा, है ना? और क्या होगा? फिर हम उससे रिलेटेड कोई इनोवेशन करेंगे. वो इनोवेशन कैसा हो सकता है? कोई मेथोडोलॉजी हो सकती है किसी प्रोसेस को करने के लिए, कोई डिज़ाइन हो सकता है. डिज़ाइन कौन सा होगा? किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट का डिज़ाइन हो सकता है ना? तो हमको कोई सबसे पहले तो क्या देखना पड़ेगा रिसर्च के लिए? एग्जिस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम जो कि अभी तक सॉल्व नहीं हुई है, ठीक है? और जब हम उस पर वर्क करेंगे तो क्या होगा? हमको उसका सॉल्यूशन मिलेगा, और सॉल्यूशन मिलेगा तो अल्टीमेटली वी गेट अ न्यू आइडिया. ठीक, चेंज कर दीजिए. तो इसीलिए R&D सेल का फाउंडेशन यही है ना। अब ये क्या है हमारे R&D सेल के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स। पहला क्या है, पीछे दिख रहा है आप लोगों को, आगे आ जाइए, बहुत जगह। ठीक है, फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है, टू फॉस्टर रिसर्च कल्चर इन न्यूली लूमिंग एंड चैलेंजिंग फ्रंटियर एरियाज। ठीक है, अभी सब आप लोग अलग अलग ब्रांचेस के हैं, ठीक है, कोई सिविल का है, कोई मैकेनिकल का है, कोई केमिकल का है, पर आप ये सब साथ में बैठ के लेक्चर अटेंड कर रहे हैं, क्यों? एक माइक दे दीजिए ना। हम कोशिश करेंगे कि ये सेशन जो है थोड़ा सा इंटरेक्टिव हो, आप लोगों के इनपुट जानना चाहूँगा मैं। हाँ,
सर सभी के लिए है ये रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, तो हर इंजीनियरिंग में कोई भी इंजीनियरिंग की ब्रांच हो सब में ही चाहिए सर।
समय लगेगा, है ना, तो आपको सबको पता होना चाहिए कि रिसर्च क्या होता है। अभी तो इंट्रोडक्शन है, ये हमको ना याद रखना है, केवल चीज़ें समझना है। ये एग्ज़ाम में आने वाला नहीं है, हम आपसे वापस से टेस्ट नहीं लेने वाले हैं कि आपको क्या समझ में आया, पर आप कोशिश करिए जितना समझ में आता है, ठीक। तो इसीलिए सेकंड पॉइंट क्या है, टू इंकरेज द students and faculty to undertake the research in multidisciplinary fields. Means someone from civil engineering can work with computer science engineering student or vice versa. ठीक है, so how you will do that? You have to know the basic knowledge of that particular branch ना, then only you will understand the things. तो उसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, चूँकि हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑटोनोमस इंस्टीट्यूट है, तो देयर इज़ अ चांस और यू कैन ऑप्ट आइदर माइनर सब्जेक्ट्स फ्रॉम अदर डिसिप्लिन। जैसे सिविल इंजीनियरिंग का स्टूडेंट है तो थर्ड सेमेस्टर के बाद में उसको एक एक सब्जेक्ट जो है दूसरे ब्रांच का पढ़ सकता है, ठीक है, ये आपको पता होगा। तो उससे क्या होगा, आपको बेसिक आइडिया लगेगा। उसके अलावा फर्स्ट ईयर में भी आप बेसिक सब्जेक्ट्स कुछ पढ़ते हैं इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी फील्ड्स के, तो आपका बेस बनेगा। उसके बाद में फिर आप क्या कर सकते हो, अगर चाहो तो वर्क कर सकते हो, और साथ में आपके दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट के फैकल्टी भी होंगे, स्टूडेंट्स भी होंगे, तो आप मिलके काम कर सकते हैं, रिसर्च कर सकते हैं, ठीक। थर्ड पॉइंट इज वी हैव टू इंक्रीज योर रिसर्च कैपेबिलिटी। हाउ द रिसर्च कैपेबिलिटी विल इंक्रीज, व्हेन you are going to participate in conferences, seminars, workshops and project competition. So everyone is here for you for research, to help you in your research, okay. You can come up with your ideas also, right. Now next point is to encourage young engineers like you to take up challenging R&D activities. जैसा मैंने पहले कहा, आपको एक प्रॉब्लम सॉर्ट आउट करोगे जिसका सॉल्यूशन अवेलेबल नहीं होगा, उसका सॉल्यूशन निकालोगे तो अल्टीमेटली आपको क्या मिलेगा, एक आइडिया जिस पे आप वर्क कर पाओगे, ठीक। और टू हेल्प यू इन पेटेंटिंग योर रिसर्च वर्क और टू पब्लिश योर रिसर्च वर्क। नाउ दिस इज आवर R&D स्ट्रक्चर, इज इट विजिबल? ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई विल टेल यू in the next slide. So our principal Dr. Archana Kirti Chaudhary madam is our chairperson of R&D, followed by Dean R&D, then coordinator Dr. Abhinesh Prajapati and members from different departments. So you will come to know all the members and you can contact with your respective faculties also or other faculties also regarding research, okay. Now what is research? कौन बताएगा? बोलिए, री क्या होता है? हाँ, वो माइक में बोल दो। पहले अपना नाम बता दो, किस ब्रांच से हो?
मेरा नाम अमित पटेल है, मैं आईआईएम से हूँ। और रिसर्च मतलब होता है किसी भी चीज़ को जानना, किसी भी फील्ड को इंट्रोड्यूस करना।
और कोई? उन्होंने तरीका बताया कि कैसे करेंगे रिसर्च। रिसर्च मीनिंग ही बता दो।
खोजना खोजना खोजना।
खोजना, हाँ गुड। और कौन बता रहा? आप बता रहे हैं? एक और माइक होगा क्या? कौन बोल रहा था? हाँ बताइए।
तनिष चौहान मेरा नाम है, मैं IML ब्रांच से हूँ। सर रिसर्च मतलब वो जो पहले से कोई चीज़ खोज चुके हैं अपन, उसी के बारे में और उसके अंदर की और नॉलेज वो करना, फाइंड करना उसी के बारे में, और डिटेल उसके एक्सप्लेनेशन अपन बता सके किसी और को।
ठीक, गुड। तो अल्टीमेटली हम पहले समझेंगे रिसर्च क्या है, फिर हाउ वी कैन कंडक्ट द रिसर्च, एंड हाउ द वर्ल्ड विल नो अबाउट योर रिसर्च. Either you will go for your publishing your paper, or you will go for your patenting of your product or methodology, right? तो जैसा बताया है, रिसर्च क्या है? री एंड सर्च. री मीन्स, देखिए पढ़िए, री क्या है, बोलिए. अगेन, अ न्यू और ओवर अगेन. और सर्च मीन्स examine closely and carefully, or to test and try or to prove. ठीक है. तो अल्टीमेटली क्या है, ये एक सिस्टमेटिक स्टडी है जिसमें आप पहले से कुछ नोन थिंग्स को के आगे आप सोच के उसको प्रूव करते हो कि जो हम कह रहे हैं, जो हमारा स्टेटमेंट है, जो हमारा वर्क है, वो करेक्ट है. ठीक है. जैसे आपने ही कहा कि फ्रॉम नोन टू अननोन, ये एक जर्नी है. आज आपने कोई डेल्टा एक्स सर्च किया, उसके बाद आगे जो है किसी और ने डेल्टा एक्स और किया, तो एक्स प्लस 2 डेल्टा एक्स हो गया. फिर और आगे बढ़ा तो एक्स प्लस 3 डेल्टा एक्स. मतलब ये क्या है, एन एफर्ट टू बी क्लोजर टू द ट्रूथ. आप जितना पास जाओगे उतना, आप जितना रिसर्च करोगे उतना ट्रूथ के और करीब आओगे. पर ये रिसर्च कभी ख़त्म नहीं होने वाला. ठीक. तो आप जितना कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हो, आप उतना कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे. ठीक है. ये मैं ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन कर चुका हूँ कि जब हम रिसर्च करेंगे तो हम स्टडी करेंगे, एक्सप्लोर करेंगे चीज़ों को, और हमको क्या आएगा, एक आइडिया आएगा. आइडिया कैसे आएगा? पहले हमारे पास प्रॉब्लम होना चाहिए, उसका फिर हम सॉल्यूशन निकालेंगे और वो एक आइडिया के फॉर्म में जनरेट होगा. ठीक है. अब रिसर्च में ये 4 क्वेश्चन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट इज व्हाट टू स्टडी, क्यों करना है. मतलब यहाँ पर क्या हुआ, प्रॉब्लम फॉर्मुलेशन हुआ है ना. तब इसी पॉइंट पर आते हैं हम, व्हाट टू स्टडी. क्रिकेट कौन कौन देखता है? सभी लोग देखते हैं ऑलमोस्ट, है ना. डे नाइट मैचेस होते हैं, तो उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है? हाँ बोलिए. एक लाइट की प्रॉब्लम तो है, उसके अलावा क्या? नहीं वो तो ठीक है. वहाँ खेलते समय क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है वो? हाँ पीछे क्या?
बॉल विजिबिलिटी.
सॉरी,
बॉल को देखने के लिए जो लाइटिंग होती है वो देख नहीं पाती बॉल.
हाँ उन्होंने लाइट का बोल दिया. वो तो ठीक है, वो इतनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. वो कुछ स्टेडियम में प्रॉब्लम आती है जहाँ लाइटिंग प्रॉपर नहीं होती है. मतलब वो ग्लोबल प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, पर है ना. और क्या प्रॉब्लम है? सॉरी, वेदर भी ठीक है, उसके लिए उन्होंने क्लोज स्टेडियम्स भी बनाए थे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में। एटमॉस्फेयर और ड्यू प्रॉब्लम सुना है? ड्यू, ओस क्या होता है? कुछ ध्यान आ रहा है आप लोगों को? अगर आपने मैच देखा होगा तो जनरली डे नाइट मैचेस में क्या होता है कि जो टॉस जीतते हैं जनरली क्या चूज करते हैं, बैटिंग और बॉलिंग? बॉलिंग। क्यों? क्योंकि अगर ड्यू आ जाता है, जैसे आफ्टरनून और इवनिंग के टेम्परेचर में अगर ज़्यादा डिफरेंस होता है तो वहाँ पर ड्यू आने के चांसेस ज़्यादा होते हैं। तो अल्टीमेटली क्या होगा? फर्स्ट बैटिंग तो पहले बॉलिंग आसान हो जाएगी, बॉलिंग करना आसान होगा, बैटिंग करना डिफ़िकल्ट होगा, पर सेकेंड इनिंग में उल्टा हो जाएगा, बैटिंग करना आसान हो जाएगा और बॉलिंग करना डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाएगा। क्यों? क्योंकि बॉल बार बार ग्राउंड पे जाएगी, अल्टीमेटली गीली होगी और उसको ग्रिप करने में दिक्कत होगी बॉलर को। ये प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन अभी तक निकला नहीं। ठीक है, तो वो क्या लेकर आया उसका सॉल्यूशन? किसी को याद हो तो? आप मैच देखते होंगे, हाँ कोई बोल रहा है? तो जनरली वो केमिकल स्प्रे करते हैं, है ना, ड्यू को कम करने के लिए, पर अभी भी क्या है, वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं हुई है, कई बार वापस ड्यू आ जाता है। तो अगर आप वो प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने जा रहे हैं तो वो तो प्रॉब्लम हो गई आपकी। हमको यही स्टडी करना है कि हम ड्यू को कैसे ख़त्म करें और उसका सॉल्यूशन निकालना है, राइट? वाई टू स्टडी? तो अनड्यू एडवांटेज विल बी ओवरकम बाय दिस। वेयर टू स्टडी? अब आपको केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग ब्रांच में इसका स्टडी करना पड़ेगा अगर ड्यू केमिकल के लिए जा रहे तो, ठीक है, या कोई और सॉल्यूशन। अभी तो आपने ये सॉल्यूशन निकाला कि बाय स्प्रेइंग केमिकल वी विल रिड्यूस द ड्यू, ठीक है। अब व्हाट टाइप ऑफ डाटा इज रिक्वायर्ड? तो अल्टीमेटली यू हैव टू combine different chemicals, although I am not from chemical engineering branch, and you have to trial and error, make an trial and error for that whether we are getting the results or not. इसी तरह से अलग अलग प्रॉब्लम के लिए अलग अलग आपको सॉल्यूशन निकालना होंगे, ठीक है। इधर पीछे अभी कोई आपको क्वेश्चन पूछना, वरना मैं तो क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा, बोलिए। हाँ,
हेलो सर, माई सेल्फ दीपक एंड आई वांट टू आस्क यू क्वेश्चन कि लोटस के लीव्स के ऊपर जो फ्लूइड आता है ना, जो वो वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स जो होती है उसको अब्जॉर्व नहीं होने देता, वो फ्लो हो जाती है। तो वो वाला जो अगर लिक्विड है वो लैब में प्रिपेयर करके अगर बॉल के ऊपर लगाया जाए तो क्या वो भी उसके बाद भी अगर वो ग्रिप करेगी?
एक ट्राई कर सकते हैं।
यस,
ये आप एक आइडिया लेकर आए।
जी सर।
इसी तरह से तो रिसर्च करना है।
ओके सर,
गुड, एक बार क्लैपिंग कर दीजिए सर इनके लिए। गुड, वेरी गुड। अब जैसे उन्होंने बताया एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन निकाला और अल्टीमेटली वो वर्क कर गया, तब आप आगे क्या करेंगे? अभी पता चलना चाहिए ना जो हमने रिसर्च करा है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड को, और दूसरा कोई सेम रिसर्च ना करे, ठीक है। तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, आइदर वी विल गो फॉर पब्लिशिंग ऑफ आवर रिसर्च पेपर इन अ जर्नल और वी विल गो फॉर पेटेंट, ठीक है। तब जर्नल्स जो हैं वो कितने प्रकार के हैं? पहला है SCI, साइंस साइटेशन इंडेक्स, ठीक है। गुड क्वालिटी रिसर्च वर्क इज जनरली पब्लिश्ड इन SCI इंडेक्स। सेकेंड है ESCI, इमर्जिंग साइंस साइटेशन इंडेक्स। ये अभी आप 4 साल ये सब चीज़ें टर्मिनोलॉजी सारी चीज़ें आप पढ़ेंगे और सुनेंगे, ठीक है। थर्ड क्या है? स्प्रिंजर, दीज आर पब्लिशिंग हाउसेस, स्प्रिंजर, स्कूपस, एल्सवेयर एंड पीर रिव्यूड। लगभग सारे जर्नल से पीर रिव्यूड होते हैं, मीन्स जैसे अब एक प्रॉब्लम जो उन्होंने सॉल्यूशन बताया, ठीक है, ड्यू को कम करने का, तो अगर ये रिसर्च पेपर लिख रहे हैं तो रिसर्च पेपर लिख के फिर क्या करेंगे, ये किसी जर्नल में पब्लिश करेंगे, तो वहाँ पर भेजेंगे। उसके बाद फिर क्या होगा, एक्सपर्ट्स जो हैं उनके रिसर्च वर्क को एनालाइज करेंगे, चेक करेंगे कि ये रिसर्च वर्क ऑलरेडी किसी ने करा तो नहीं है, आपके नोवेल्टी ऑफ वर्क को चेक करेंगे, और अल्टीमेटली अगर वो सेटिस्फाइड हो जाएंगे तो आपका रिसर्च वर्क जो है वो पब्लिश्ड हो जाएगा। ठीक है, यहाँ तक किसी को कोई दिक्कत है? आगे बढ़ें। अब रिसर्च वर्क किस तरह से पब्लिश होते हैं, मतलब क्या कंटेंट होना चाहिए आपका। ठीक है, पहला, ये तो मैंडेटरी है सभी के लिए कि आपका वर्क जो वो है वो ओरिजिनल होना चाहिए। ठीक है, कॉपीड वर्क नहीं होगा। सेकेंड पॉइंट, इट मे बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ शॉर्ट रिपोर्ट्स या रिव्यू आर्टिकल्स। रिव्यू आर्टिकल्स कैसे हो सकता है, कोई एक एग्जांपल देगा? रिव्यू आर्टिकल्स क्या होता है? हाँ, समरी, करेक्ट। पर किस चीज़ की समरी? गुड। अब जैसे एक एग्जांपल अभी हमने लिया किसका, ड्यू प्रॉब्लम को दूर करने का। तो वर्क कर रहे हैं आप सपोज, ठीक है, तो आप सबसे पहले आप क्या देखोगे कि कितना वर्क ऑलरेडी हो चुका है। तो जो आपका कंटेंट है वो क्या रहेगा, आज तक मतलब आज आपने सबमिट किया है, तो आज तक से जब से वो काम स्टार्ट हुआ तब तक का पूरा रिव्यू आपने अगर उस आर्टिकल में किया है तो क्या होगा, वो रिव्यू आर्टिकल कहलाएगा। और अल्टीमेटली आपको पता चल जाएगा कि इतनी सारी प्रोसेसेस, इतने सारे केमिकल्स यूज़ हो चुके हैं, अब हमको इससे और आगे बढ़ना है। ठीक है, फिर इट मे बी केस स्टडीज और एनी मेथड और मेथडोलॉजी दैट मे बी अ सॉल्यूशन ऑफ योर प्रॉब्लम। दूसरा क्या है, पेटेंट। पेटेंट के बारे में किसी को पता हो या यहाँ से पढ़ के कुछ पता चल रहा हो? क्या होता है पेटेंट? हाँ बोलिए। लीगली ओनरशिप लेना, किस चीज़ की? जो आपने नया इनोवेट किया है उसका। करेक्ट, बैठिए। हाँ, एक क्लैपिंग करिए एक बार। आप लोगों को पता है बहुत सारी चीज़ें, गुड। तो बेसिकली क्या है, अगर आपने कोई प्रोडक्ट बनाया है या कोई मेथड डेवलप करी है किसी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए, तो अल्टीमेटली पेटेंट से क्या होता है, वो चीज़ आपकी हो जाती है, आपको ओनरशिप मिल जाती है ना। टेलीफोन किसने इन्वेंट किया था? अलेक्जेंडर ग्राम बेल ने। हम उन्हीं को याद करते हैं, पर उसी समय दूसरे लोग भी उसी वर्क पे काम कर रहे थे, वर्क कर रहे थे टेलीफोन जैसे कुछ और इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स पर हम उनका नाम हमको याद नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि सबसे पहले उन्होंने पेटेंट करा लिया था। तो आपकी ओनरशिप हो जाएगी इसमें, है ना। अब इसमें क्या लिखा है, इट इज़ एन एक्सक्लूसिव राइट ग्रांटेड बाय अ गवर्नमेंट। अब गवर्नमेंट कोई भी हो सकती है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हो सकती है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ सिंगापुर हो सकती है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो सकती है, यूरोपियन गवर्नमेंट हो सकती है ना। जहाँ आप पब्लिश करेंगे, जहाँ सबमिट करेंगे, वहाँ की गवर्नमेंट से आपको ओनरशिप मिलेगी, आइदर ग्लोबली और नेशनली। फॉर एन इन्वेंशन, राइट, और एनी मेथड दैट इज न्यू, इन्वॉल्व्स इन्वेंटिव स्टेप एंड इज केपेबल ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल एप्लीकेशन। अल्टीमेटली हमको क्या चाहिए, जो हमने काम किया उससे हमको कुछ अमाउंट ग्रांट चाहिए ताकि हो और हम इस तरह से काम कर सकें। एज एन प्रोडक्ट, अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट आ गया, कोई आइडिया, डिज़ाइन आ गया, या सपोज केमिकल आ गया जिससे कि ड्यू खत्म हो जाती है, तो वो एक प्रोडक्ट हो गया, आपको ओनरशिप मिल गई, तो अल्टीमेटली उसका इंडस्ट्रियल एप्लीकेशन हो गया, है ना। तो अब किसी को लेना होगा तो वो किनसे बात करेंगे? आपसे बात करेंगे। ठीक है, तो ये इम्पोर्टेंस है पेटेंट का, आपके रिसर्च वर्क का। ठीक है, अ पेटेंट इज अ राइट ग्रांटेड टू द ओनर ऑफ द इन्वेंशन दैट प्रिवेंट्स अदर फ्रॉम, क्या लिखा है, मेकिंग, यूजिंग, इंपोर्टिंग। हाँ भाई, आप क्या डिस्कस कर रहे हो बताओ, और सबको बताओ। दे दो माइक। कुछ और बताना चाहते हो? इंपोर्टिंग और सेलिंग द इन्वेंशन विदाउट हिज और हर परमिशन, राइट? अब पेटेंट कैसे फाइल करेंगे पता है किसी को? देखते हैं। 3 इंपॉर्टेंट रोल्स हैं 3 लोगों के। पहला है इन्वेंटर, जो कि आप लोग होंगे, है ना, जो किसी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन निकाल रहे हैं। फिर तीसरा होगा अटॉर्नी जनरल, हु हेल्प अस फॉर फाइलिंग द पेटेंट, ठीक है। और थर्ड है पेटेंट ऑफिस, ठीक है, जो कि ग्रांट करेगा हमको पेटेंट, ठीक। हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट के अटॉर्नी जनरल है मिस्टर चिराग तन्ना, हु हेल्प अस इन फाइलिंग इन आवर पेटेंट्स। तो अगर आपको फर्स्ट ईयर में, सेकेंड ईयर में, थर्ड ईयर में कोई कुछ भी ऐसा लगता है कि ये इनोवेटिव आइडिया हम कर सकते हैं, चाहे आपका खुद की फील्ड का हो या इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी फील्ड का हो, अलग अलग लोगों ने मिलके करा हो, तो हम ये सब चीज़ें डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। आप कभी भी आ सकते हैं। अभी अगर आपके पास कोई आइडिया है, किसी का सॉल्यूशन है कोई प्रॉब्लम का, तो हम आज भी डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, या आप जब आना चाहें तब आप फ्री आने के लिए, ठीक है। तो आइडिया इंक्यूबेशन फेज क्या होता है? सबसे पहले आपको क्या देखना पड़ेगा? सबसे पहले क्या होगा बताइए? आइडिया होने के लिए आपके पास क्या होना चाहिए? प्रॉब्लम होना चाहिए, उसका सॉल्यूशन मिलेगा तब आपके पास वो आइडिया आएगा, ठीक है। तो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू कैप्चर योर आइडिया प्रॉपरली, देन you have to get the clarity of your idea whether it will work or not, means अब आपको उसके डिटेलिंग में जाना पड़ेगा, है ना। तो complete the blank spots क्या क्या हो सकती है? जो आपके क्वेश्चंस दिमाग में हैं कि हम इस प्रॉब्लम को कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे, वो आप कैसे सॉल्व, उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको कुछ एक्सपीरियंस करना पड़ेगा, रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा, है ना। उसके बाद अगर कोई आपका केमिकल है या कोई एक मशीन है, तो उसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? उसका प्रॉपर वर्किंग ड्राइंग बनाना पड़ेगी। ये स्टार्टिंग में आपको सब चीज़ें देखना पड़ेंगी, कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट्स परफॉर्म करना पड़ेंगे कि ये वर्क कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है। अगर आपने कोई काम किया है तो उसको वैलिडेट करना पड़ेगा पुराने रिजल्ट से। अगर कोई आपका प्रोसेस है, कोई मेथड है, तो वैलिडेशन के बगैर आप आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं। मैंने क्या कहा था? एक्स, तो पहले आपकी मेथड से आपको एक्स तक जाना पड़ेगा। एक्स के रिजल्ट आपके पास हैं, आप मैच करेंगे, फिर आगे आप डेल्टा एक्स पे जाएंगे, तभी आप बोल सकते हैं कि हाँ मैंने रिजल्ट्स मेरे मैच करे हैं, इसलिए अब आगे का जो रिजल्ट है मेरा वो करेक्ट है, ठीक। तो बेसिकली जब आपके पास ये सब चीज़ें आ जाएंगी तो आप क्या करेंगे? एक प्रिलिमिनरी रिसर्च रिपोर्ट तैयार करेंगे, ठीक है ना। नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगा? अब जब आप आइडिया बनाएंगे तो कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपके दिमाग में आएंगे। पहला क्या है? व्हाट इज योर आइडिया और वर्क, है ना। ये तो आ ही जाएगा आपके पास, क्वेश्चन है, सॉल्यूशन है, तो आइडिया तो आपके पास पता चल गया कि हम क्या करना चाहते हैं। फिर फील्ड ऑफ इन्वेंशन, केमिकल कर रहे हैं तो केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग, कोई मशीन बना रहे हैं तो मैकेनिकल। फिर व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ योर इनोवेटिव आइडियाज दैट वर नॉट राइट नाउ अवेलेबल, है ना। ये पता होना जरूरी है। ये समझ में आ रहा है? थर्ड पॉइंट, अगर ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट के एडवांटेजेस सेम एडवांटेजेस हैं, सेम वर्किंग है, तो वो हमारा आइडिया इनोवेशन से बाहर चला जाएगा, ठीक है। फिर व्हाट आर द कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ योर आइडिया, जब आपको ये पता चल जाएंगे कि इतने पार्ट या ये मेथड है और इससे हम जो है ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, तो अल्टीमेटली आप कहाँ पर जाएंगे? फ्लो चार्ट ऑफ योर आइडिया, सिस्टमेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ योर आइडिया थ्रू स्टेप्स। और लास्ट में क्या होगा? आइडिया बन गया, प्रोडक्ट रेडी हो गया। क्या सेम प्रोडक्ट या सेम सर्विस कोई दूसरी कंपनी प्रोवाइड कर रही है? अगर प्रोवाइड कर रही है तो फिर आपको फिर से वर्कआउट करना पड़ेगा आपके आइडिया को, अदरवाइज आप आगे बढ़ जाओगे। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगी? अब इस पोजीशन में तो अभी आप लोग खुद कर रहे हो, तो 100% इन्वॉल्वमेंट किसका होगा? इन्वेंटर का। अटॉर्नी और पेटेंट ऑफिस अभी एग्जिस्टेंस में नहीं है। ठीक है, यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ पूछना है तो पूछिए, आगे बढ़े। तो इस प्रोसेस का आउटकम क्या निकला? ऑल डिटेल्स ऑफ इन्वेंशंस और प्रोसेस आर कवर्ड एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन कैन बी शेयर्ड विथ अटॉर्नी नाउ। ओके, अब अटॉर्नी क्या चेक करेगा? आपके आइडिया की नॉवेल्टी, नॉन ऑब्वियसनेस। इसका क्या मतलब होता है? नॉन ऑब्वियस, ऑब्वियस और नॉन ऑब्वियस। हिंदी वर्ड का इंग्लिश में मीनिंग क्या है, कोई बताएगा? भाई बहुत सारे लोग कंफर्टेबल थे ना इंग्लिश में। ऑब्वियस क्या होता है? उसका अपोजिट नॉन ऑब्वियस। ऑब्वियस मतलब हाँ, आखिरकार नहीं, हाँ, कॉमन, कॉमन, जो कॉमन है। तो नॉन ऑब्वियस क्या हो गया? जो कॉमन नहीं है। तो यूनिक है, नॉवेल्टी है, कॉमन नहीं है। और थर्ड, इंडस्ट्रियल एप्लीकेशन, वेदर यू कैन मेक इट एज अ प्रोडक्ट और नॉट, और व्हाट, और इंडस्ट्री एप्लीकेशन जैसे केमिकल है तो केमिकल को हम इंडस्ट्री में बना सकते हैं, मशीन है तो मशीन को हम इंडस्ट्री में बना सकते हैं, उसको सेल कर सकते हैं, है ना। मेथड है तो मेथड से हम कुछ क्या कर सकते हैं? चेक कर सकते हैं, तो वो भी उसका एप्लीकेशन हो गया। जैसे मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ। अर्थक्वेक जानते हैं सभी लोग, क्या होता है अर्थक्वेक? भूकंप। अब ये बिल्डिंग है हमारी, अभी हम बैठे हैं, अर्थक्वेक आएगा तो क्या होगा? हाँ, नहीं जरूरी थोड़ी गिरेगी, जरूरी है क्या गिरेगी? वाइब्रेट होगी। तो कैसी बिल्डिंग बनना चाहिए? हाँ बोलिए, माइक दे दीजिए प्लीज। हाँ बोलो बेटा। वाइब्रेशन को क्या करे? एब्जॉर्ब कर ले। हाँ, और आप क्या बोल रहे थे? भाई रजिस्ट कर जाए। सिंपल टर्म्स में अगर हम बोलें तो हमारी बिल्डिंग को कुछ ना हो। जरूरी नहीं है कि बिल्डिंग को कुछ ना हो, नॉर्मल क्रैकिंग आ जाए, पर हम लोग जो है ना बचकर बाहर निकल जाए, ये एम होता है बिल्डिंग बनाने का। अदरवाइज क्या होगा? एकदम रजिस्टर्ड बिल्डिंग अगर आप बनाओगे तो उसकी कॉस्ट भी बढ़ जाएगी, और कॉस्ट बढ़ेगी तो क्या होगा? जो बिल्डिंग आप नॉर्मल G+1 हाउस 15 lakhs में बन रहा है, वो कितने बनेगा? 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs। तो एम क्या है हमारा एज एन इंजीनियर? दैट बिल्डिंग शुड रजिस्ट द अर्थक्वेक फोर्स, है ना। और अगर मेजर अर्थक्वेक आ जाए जो कभी आया ना हो, तो अल्टीमेटली ये हो कि हमको बिल्डिंग को फिर से बनाना पड़ जाए भले ही, पर जो ऑक्यूपेंट्स हैं वो सेफली बाहर निकल जाएं। तो अब एग्जिस्टिंग बिल्डिंग का क्या करेंगे हम? तो हमने एक मेथड डेवलप करी कि एग्जिस्टिंग बिल्डिंग को हम चेक कर सकें कि अगर अर्थक्वेक आता है तो बिल्डिंग सेफ रहेगी या नहीं। सेफ इन द सेंस जो ऑक्यूपेंट्स है वो सेफ रहेंगे कि नहीं। बिल्डिंग तो हम फिर से बना लेंगे, पर अगर कोई हमारा चला गया तो हम वापस उसको ला सकते हैं क्या? नहीं। तो तो अल्टीमेटली एक प्रोसेस हमारे पास है जिससे हम ये चेक कर सकते हैं कि हमारी बिल्डिंग जो है वो जब अर्थक्वेक आएगा तो उसको रजिस्ट कर लेगी और हम आसानी से बाहर निकल जाएंगे। तो इसके लिए भी हम पेटेंट कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, मेथड से अब आपको समझ में आया कि क्या होती है मेथड, क्योंकि वो कोई प्रोडक्ट नहीं है पर आप चेक कर पा रहे हैं। ठीक है, तब क्या हो गया, अटॉर्नी क्या बनाएगा, आपकी फिजिबिलिटी और पेटेंटेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट तैयार करेगा। तब वो क्या हो सकती है, इट मे बी न्यूट्रल, इट मे बी पॉजिटिव और इट मे बी निगेटिव। पॉजिटिव होगा तो क्या होगा बताइए, पॉजिटिव होगा तो क्या होगा, ऑरेंज टी शर्ट में, हाँ बताइए, नहीं वो दो उनको माइक दो। हाँ बेटा, पहले नाम बता दो अपना।
अच्छा, विश्वजीत।
हाँ, कौन सी ब्रांच से?
सर एफटी।
अच्छा, पेटेंटेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट हमारी तैयार हो गई। अब क्या हो सकती है, वो पॉजिटिव हो सकती है, निगेटिव हो सकती है और न्यूट्रल हो सकती है ना। तो पॉजिटिव होगा तो क्या होगा, चलो अच्छा अब अगला क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा। ठीक है, पॉजिटिव होगा तो क्या होगा, हम नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे और आगे बढ़ गए, और निगेटिव या न्यूट्रल हुआ तो क्या हुआ, वी हैव टू स्टेप बैक, फिर से हमको सारी चीज़ें, सारा प्रोसेस फिर से देखना पड़ेगा, जो उसमें कमियां हैं उसको दूर करना पड़ेगी और फिर से हमारी जो है फिजिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट तैयार होगी। ठीक है, अब इसमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट किसका कितना है, आपका है 30%, क्योंकि ये मैं मान रहा हूँ कि आप इन्वेंटर हो सभी लोग। अटर्नी का 70%, क्योंकि वो अब चेक करेंगे, फिजिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट बनाएंगे और पेटेंट ऑफिस अभी भी नहीं आए। ठीक, अब वो आपको हेल्प करेंगे। अगर पॉजिटिव आ गया तो अब अटॉर्नी विल हेल्प यू, ठीक है, फॉर राइटिंग द डिफरेंट डिटेलिंग्स ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट एंड until it will submit it to पेटेंट ऑफिस। ये डिटेल में भी नहीं जा रहा हूँ, बस जनरली आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए। ठीक है, कैसे फाइल करेंगे, वो अटॉर्नी या तो सबमिट करेंगे या आप ऑनलाइन सबमिट करेंगे। ठीक है, ये 4 चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट होती है वाइल फाइलिंग दी एप्लीकेशन, पेटेंट एप्लीकेशन। ये हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। पहला क्या है, आइडिएशन, आपका आइडिया, जो सारी प्रोसेस से हम निकले थे पहले, है ना, आइडिया इंक्यूबेशन फेज वाले में। फिर विजुअलाइजेशन, जो कि आप बना रहे हो कैसे, थ्रू ड्राइंग्स एंड डिटेलिंग्स, जो आपने प्रिपेयर करी थी, फिर अटॉर्नी को दी थी और अटॉर्नी ने फिजिबिलिटी रिपोर्ट बनाई थी। ठीक है, फिर वेरिफिकेशन, जो मैंने आपको बताया था कि आपको आपके प्रोडक्ट को या आपके मेथड को वैलिडेट करना पड़ेगा। एक्स से डेल्टा एक्स जाने के लिए पहले एक्स का रिजल्ट आपके पास होना चाहिए, आपकी मेथड से वो रिजल्ट मैच होना चाहिए, तब आप डेल्टा एक्स की तरफ बढ़ोगे। और पेटेंटेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट एंड रिलेटेड डॉक्यूमेंट्स। उसके बाद क्या होगा, उसके बाद गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया या दूसरी पेटेंटिंग गवर्नमेंट आपको वो पेटेंट क्या करेगी, ग्रांट करेगी। पब्लिश तो जनरली 2 to 3 मंथ्स में हो जाता है, पर ग्रांटिंग में जो है जनरली 1 ईयर का टाइम लगता है, ऐसा ऑफिशियली है, बट इट टुक अराउंड 4 to 5 ईयर्स। ठीक है, अब कुछ पेटेंट्स हैं जो मैं आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ। माउस है क्या, माउस इस पे क्लिक कर दीजिए मैडम बस। हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट के ही कुछ पेटेंट्स हैं। अब पहला पेटेंट अगर आप देखोगे तो ये क्या है, लीड टॉक्सिसिटी डिटेक्टर एंड वाटर क्लीनिंग मशीन। ठीक है, ब्रांच कौन सी, केमिकल। ये अल्टीमेटली क्या है, एक डिवाइस है ना, तो इसका प्रोडक्ट बन रहा है, तो ये पेटेंट के लिए गया है। अब आप देखिए सेकंड वाला, लोकेशन स्पेसिफिक इरिगेशन मैनेजमेंट एंड डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम फॉर एग्रो फार्म यूजिंग IoT नेटवर्क। अच्छा, किस डिपार्टमेंट से है, कंप्यूटर साइंस, बट इसकी एप्लीकेशन कहाँ है? कोई एप्लीकेशन बता सकता है इसकी किस ब्रांच में होगी? एग्रीकल्चर एंड सिविल। ठीक है, तो ये क्या हो गया? इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च वर्क हो गया। ठीक है, आगे बढ़िए और नीचे और नीचे देखिए, और नीचे रुकिए, ये हमारे सिविल का है, ये 11th नंबर, ये बंद हो गया, क्या है? डेकोरेटिव टाइल्स मेड फ्रॉम वेस्ट एंड ब्रोकन टाइल्स। तो अल्टीमेटली आपकी प्रॉब्लम क्या थी? कंस्ट्रक्शन वेस्ट, है ना? डिमोलिशन करते हैं, बिल्डिंग गिराते हैं, तो जो वेस्ट बचता है उसका क्या करेंगे? तो क्या सॉल्यूशन निकला? डेकोरेटिव टाइल्स मेड फ्रॉम ब्रोकन टाइल्स। तो अल्टीमेटली वो कंस्ट्रक्शन वेस्ट था, इसलिए वो किसके फॉर्म में आ गया? आपका सॉल्यूशन, उस प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन पेटेंट के फॉर्म में। ठीक है, क्लोज कर दीजिए। तो ऐसे ही आपको भी आइडिया आएंगे और आप भी जो है रिसर्च वर्क करेंगे, और अल्टीमेटली या तो आपका रिसर्च वर्क पब्लिश करोगे या पेटेंट के लिए जाओगे। पर एक बात यह है कि अगर आप पेटेंट पे जाते हैं तो पहले आपको रिसर्च वर्क आपका पब्लिश नहीं करना है। पेटेंट होने के, ग्रांट होने के बाद में आप उसका रिसर्च वर्क पब्लिश कर सकते हो, पर रिसर्च वर्क पब्लिश करने के बाद में आप पेटेंट के लिए नहीं जा सकते। ठीक है, कोई डिफ़िकल्टी? कुछ पूछना चाहते हो आप लोग? चलिए, आप कभी भी पूछ सकते हैं। ठीक है, बेनिफिट्स हैं, इसको मैं स्किप कर रहा हूँ, ऑलरेडी हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। एमओयू, एमओयू क्या है? बेसिकली एमओयू है मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग। किस किस के बीच में? आइदर बिटवीन आवर इंस्टीट्यूट एंड इंडस्ट्री, और आवर इंस्टीट्यूट विथ अदर इंस्टीट्यूट इन इंडिया, और with our institute and other institute in outside India। ठीक है, तो उसमें आप क्या करोगे? आप कोलैबोरेटिव रिसर्च वर्क करोगे, आप फैकल्टी एक्सचेंज करेंगे, और स्टूडेंट एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं। तो अल्टीमेटली ये किसके बेनिफिट के लिए है? आप लोगों के। अभी मैं आज ही बोल देता हूँ आपको, अगर आप लोगों ने अर्थक्वेक की फील्ड में कुछ रिसर्च करा तो पॉसिबिलिटी है कि आप लोग रशिया जा सकते हैं, मॉस्को इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फिजिक्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में वहाँ पर वर्क करके आ सकते हैं। कुछ और जो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं अभी पुनमोजी मैडम डिस्कस करेंगी, तो अगर उसमें आप वर्क करेंगे तो आप जापान, श्रीलंका भी जा सकते हैं। पुनमोजी मैडम का बहुत सारा रिसर्च वर्क है। तो आप अभी समझिए, ध्यान रखिए, जब आप पढ़ेंगे तब आप करने की कोशिश करिए। ठीक है, ये 4 मेजर एमओयूज हैं, एक 2 श्रीलंका के हैं, एक जापान से है, और एक रशिया से, मॉस्को इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फिजिक्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। पुनमोले मैडम विल डिस्कस ऑल दीज एमओयूज विथ यू। राइट नाउ आई विल डिस्कस विथ द रिसर्च वर्क विच इज गोइंग ऑन बाय आवर इंस्टीट्यूट विथ MIPT Russia. Madam will discuss this because she got the research grant. Modernization and removal of obsolescence. In this scheme, we got 2 sanctions from AICT Government of India. First one is strengthening of RC column using GFRP and SFRP sheets. ठीक है, इसमें हमने क्या लिया है? हमारी हेवी स्ट्रक्चर लैब है, उसमें उसको हमने डेवलप किया है। ये फर्स्ट पिक्चर जो है ना, ये जो है लोडिंग फ्रेम की पिक्चर है। ठीक है, इसमें बेसिकली हमारे जो बीम तो सभी लोग समझते हैं, बीम हुआ, कॉलम हुआ, या कोई दूसरा मेंबर हुआ बिल्डिंग का, उसको हम टेस्ट करते हैं अलग अलग फोर्सेस लगा के, वर्टिकल फोर्स लगा के या लेटरल फोर्स लगा के। ठीक है, अभी आप इतना समझ लो। तो इसमें हमने क्या लिया है? नई चीज़ क्या आई है? शेक टेबल। शेक टेबल क्या होता है? नाम से कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? शेक होगा, बेसिकली हम क्या कर सकते हैं, प्रोटोटाइप मॉडल बनाकर और अर्थक्वेक फोर्स को जनरेट कर सकते हैं, स्ट्रक्चर पे लगा सकते हैं। स्ट्रक्चर तो आप लोग सब समझते हो, है ना, बिल्डिंग को में लगा सकते हैं। तो हमको ये पता चल जाएगा कि उसका परफॉर्मेंस कैसा है। ठीक है, अब परफॉर्मेंस क्यों चेक कर रहे हैं, क्यों चेक कर रहे हैं, ये हमने पहले भी डिस्कस करा था। सिस्मिक परफॉर्मेंस इसलिए चेक कर रहे हैं ताकि हमें पता चले कि बिल्डिंग रेजिस्ट करेगा कि नहीं अर्थक्वेक। ठीक है, नहीं करेगा तो क्या होगा, हम रेट्रोफिटिंग करेंगे। अब ये जो आप 3 फिगर देख रहे हैं ना, पहला है प्रोटोटाइप मॉडल, वो किस पे रखा हुआ है, शेक टेबल पे। हेवी स्ट्रक्चर लैब में 2 प्रकार की शेक टेबल्स है, एक यूनी एक्शियल शेक टेबल और दूसरी मल्टी एक्शियल शेक टेबल। ठीक है, यूनी एक्शियल में क्या होगा, फोर्स एक तरफ लगेगा, और मल्टी एक्शियल में क्या होगा, यहाँ भी लगेगा और इस डायरेक्शन में भी लगेगा, दोनों डायरेक्शन में साइमल्टेनियसली भी लग सकता है। ठीक है, अब यह वीडियो देखेंगे हम। यहाँ पे आपको क्या दिख रहा है, स्ट्रक्चर है। दूसरे 2 फिगर्स में क्या दिख रहा है, क्रैक्स आ गए हैं, है ना। तो ये हमने चेक किया कि बिल्डिंग में जब अर्थक्वेक लगेगा तो उसका परफॉर्मेंस कैसा होगा, क्रैक्स आ जाएंगे, उसके बाद मेंबर्स फेल होंगे और अल्टीमेटली बिल्डिंग कोलैप्स हो जाएगी। ठीक है, अब ये वीडियो देखिए, इस तरह से हमने फोर्स लगाया है प्रोटोटाइप मॉडल पर और अल्टीमेटली हमको रिजल्ट मिला। अब ये एक्चुएटर है जो कि हमारे सेकंड मॉडल में हमने परचेस किया है। इसमें बेसिकली आप देख रहे हो ये वाला फिगर सामने वाला, ये एक वॉल है और वो एक्चुएटर है। अब देखिए ये एक्चुएटर ने क्या किया, इस स्ट्रक्चर को, मेंबर को पूरा ग्रिप कर लिया है। अब अल्टीमेटली क्या होगा, ये इसको आगे पीछे फोर्स लगा रहा है, अर्थक्वेक फोर्स लगा रहा है। ठीक है, तो अल्टीमेटली हम क्या चेक कर रहे हैं कि ये इस फोर्स को रेजिस्ट करेगा या नहीं। अभी मैं एकदम आपको सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बोल रहा हूँ ताकि आपको समझ में आ सके। क्लिक करना पड़ेगा। अब ये कैसे वर्क कर रहा है एक्चुएटर, ये थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए। थैंक यू। इसने इसको ग्रिप करके और फोर्स लगा रहा है। ठीक है, आप लोग चाहेंगे तो हम आपके लिए एक वर्कशॉप अरेंज कर देंगे ताकि आप सब देख सको कि वहाँ हेवी स्ट्रक्चर लैब में अर्थक्वेक के कौन कौन से इक्विपमेंट्स हैं और वो किस तरह से वर्क कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, एक विजिट हम कर सकते हैं आपके लिए। अब ये MIPT का वर्क है, उन्होंने एक सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप किया हुआ है। तो बेसिकली वाइट स्पॉट्स आप जो देख रहे हैं ना, वो क्या है, क्रैक्स हैं। तो हमने वैलिडेट करा है हमारे वर्क को किन से, उनके वर्क से। ठीक है, और इस तरह से रिसर्च आगे बढ़ रही है। अभी आपको कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना हो तो पूछिए, अदरवाइज नाउ आई विल इनवाइट डॉक्टर जे पुनमोली फॉर शेयरिंग हर रिसर्च वर्क। और आप लोग कभी भी आके बात कर सकते हैं, डिस्कस कर सकते हैं। ठीक, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Our next session will be conducted by Dr. J. Ponomoli ma'am. Ma'am is presently working in Mechanical Engineering Department as Associate Professor. Her area of specialization is Biomicrofluids. She did her BE Mechanical Engineering from University of Madras, India. Master's Research from University of Aveiro. Her PhD was from Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering in the area of biomicrofluids from University of Porto, Portugal. She joined IPS Academy in 2017 and established Microfluids Research Laboratory. She was granted 4 research grants from the Government of India, namely 2 from Department of Science and Technology and other 2 from SERB, Science and Engineering Research Board and Indian National Science Academy. Now, I would like to welcome you, ma'am, to proceed with your session.
Okay. So all these days from 12th it is started, no? All these days you would have got good welcome note from everyone who is coming and speaking here. So again I welcome you all. This is a very good institute where you can develop all your expertise within this 4 years and go in a multicolor to the world to serve our country especially. So myself, J. Ponmoli, they have given the introduction, but anyway I'll just say it in few words. My basics is in mechanical engineering, and I did my PhD in chemical and biological engineering, which is an interdisciplinary field, and now I am developing small diagnostic devices that can help for early diagnosis of oral cancer. And there are different types of cancer, but first we are focusing on oral cancer. So, as Dr. Amit, sir, this is giving too much sound. Let it be low. So, Dr. Amit just now explained you what is interdisciplinary research. So, there are different branches of engineering. It's mechanical. I am mechanical, so I am saying it first. Civil, electrical, electronics, computer science. Then, okay. Biotechnology, that is also an engineering part, then biomedical engineering, physics, chemistry are all science, but they will be helping in engineering background. So all these things work together to finally come with a product. For example, how this camera came into existence with the help of physics people, electrical, electronics people. Then how this fan came into design. It's a normal motor is there, electrical, mechanical and design engineers. Normal table, material scientist people is there, and when we take our dress, it is agriculture people, textile engineering, then fashion technology. So all are multidisciplinary always. We are termed as mechanical, civil and other branches just to make ourselves in an expertise manner. When we work together, we will come with a product. So I'll just say what are the works that are taking place in IPS Academy. In the microfluidic research report. So this is the first grant where we are working on to understand some disease related to bacterial vaginosis that occurs in women after 30-40 years. So there we want to diagnose what type of good microbes that can be used as drugs to eradicate that disease. So normally in curd, that is dahi you say, we had lot of lactobacilli, that is also called probiotics. So those can avoid the disease in bacterial vaginosis disease. So for that we will be using, this is a small microscopic image. Here it is not very clear. You can see small lines, black lines. These are the microbes, lactobacilli microbes, that is of the diameter 1 micrometer and the size is 2 to 3 micrometer. So if I say it is in micrometer, what you will all understand? What is the size of our hair, diameter of our hair? Just quantity wise you can say, what is the diameter of our hair? 1 mm you can all understand from scale. So it is 1/100th of that. So our diameter of the size of our hair is 60 micrometer for girls and 100 micrometer for boys. So you can imagine 1 or 2 micrometer, that is the length scale, and this is with 40x magnification length, the microscopic thing. So when we are passing the bad microbes and then when we pass the good microbes from the curd, we will be able to understand how much it is going to eradicate that, eliminate that from that part, and finally when we suggest this to doctors, they will help to develop small drugs form that can be used for eradicating the disease, not eradicating, eliminating the disease at the current moment. So this is one proposal that has been accepted. The other one is, now we are working on it, it is for oral cancer, and we got a visiting faculty from University of Peradeniya, Sri Lanka. She is a dental doctor and she has got a very big group there who is helping us to develop and understand how to early diagnosis is the oral cancer part. So you won't understand from here, this I am moving. So in our mouth, there are different surfaces, tooth surface, buccal, gingival, there are many places you can see from here. So each places, the dental doctors will know it more. It has been done. All the things that is shown here are all microbes. So when we take the tongue, we are having this type of microbes that has been analyzed and found that these are causing or helping, aiding little bit to have oral cancer. So normally oral cancer occurs, you know what will be the reasons. Can you, anybody of you say? Why does people are having oral cancer? Bad habits. What are the bad habits? Smoking, tobacco, alcohol, drugs, very good. Not brushing teeth. Those are not using this bad habits also are getting oral cancer. Not brushing teeth properly on all the places. So when we brush the teeth and have that gargling and other things, all this mostly the main culprits, we call this as culprits that causes oral cancer will be eliminated in major sense. And other people who are having the bad habits, they might get due to that gene and other things in their body. So we are developing, until now, we have worked on 5 different main culprits of oral cancer, the microbes that the doctors have suggested from Sri Lanka. And these are the many other kinds that is in process. We'll be working on it to understand how this will be used as a biomarker. Marker nothing but that marks that it is a oral cancer. So we are saying it is biomarker, how it is going to help to diagnose oral cancer. Another thing is, so with the help of cells. So cells are nothing but, in skin layers we are having 3 types of layers: epithelium, dermal epithelium and hypodermal. So these 3 layers are there acting as a barrier not to allow anything inside. It can be microbes or it can be virus. Only fungus can travel through the body inside, that can cross the dermal things. So when the whole of our body is consisting of cells, and 90% of the cells in our whole body is consisting full of microbes. So out of the cells, when we take the cells out from the oral part, oral cavity, it will be easy for us to understand whether the cells are cancerous or not after having the initial diagnosis with the microbe part. So this will be little technical for you to understand at this young stage, but it is all interdisciplinary field. In course of time, you will be able to understand how to use your expertise to help to develop a product. Then one more work that we are working on is, we want to eradicate the fertilizer pesticides use. So for that, firstly I will explain what is microfluidics. It is manipulating a tiny amount of fluid inside a small channel is called microchannel. So this channel is hollow and it is made with the help of mold. Mold can be anything. Any hard subject can be used as a mold. For example, when you take a tree leaf and the leaf veins and other things can be used as mold to form hollow channels. So inside the channel we are germinating a seed, and that takes, the root enters into the channel part and automatically the shoot goes out of the channel. So we want to analyze how the root is been growing fast with the help of different composition. It can be a fertilizer, biofertilizer, an exudate from different components. Exudate is nothing but when we soak rice or moong or whatever it is, and the remaining part that comes, the fluid that has been germinated and comes out, it is called the exudate. So those are actually biofertilizers. So we want to see the growth of root under the microscopic part with the help of all different types of biofertilizer, so that the initial 15 days period when the root is able to establish or grow very well, then it means for 3 months, 6 months, the shoot will be growing without any disease. There is no need of pesticide or fertilizer. So we are working on that part, and we have already started. When you visit our lab, you can see small plants growing in microchannels, and we are working on that to develop new kind of fertilizers with the help of microbes, exudates and other things which is more interesting of the part, and we are trying to patent some of the works that can be developed as biofertilizer. So one more work that we are having in the lab that is funded by SERB is we are going to analyze how the drugs are being absorbed by the skin cells. So there are many techniques so far that has been developed all through this 30-40 years, but all are expensive techniques. The equipments that is used to understand how the drugs are being absorbed inside the body, either we are applying anywhere in the oral cavity or the paste also that we use that gets absorbed in the cells, and if the paste is good, it is good for our health. Likewise, different drugs, the topical drugs they say, if we are having some skin disease or whatever it is, how the drugs is being absorbed by these cells. The cells are normally acting as barriers. For example, our skin cell does not allow water to be absorbed, but a certain percentage will be getting in. So how much distance it is getting inside the body, we want to analyze, and that we are developing in the help of the microfluidic channel by establishing 3 different layers and having 3 different types of cells in each layer. This you can see. 3 layers, epidermis, dermis and epithelium. So these 3 types of cells we'll be using in the different channel part, and we'll be sending the drugs to see how it is being absorbed, until what extent it is being absorbed with low expensive techniques. So this is one kind of work, and this is the collaboration university that we are working with. One is National Institute of Radiological Sciences. The first one I told you about the curd and other things, microbes. So that part, and those who are interested can have the exchange program to go and visit there and get more knowledge. And the second, and the funding is from JSPS DST, and we are collaborating with both Takasaki and IIT Indore also. So this is University of Peradeniya, where we are working, having collaboration to have for oral cancer diagnosis. So this is the one that I told you how the drugs are being absorbed in the body, cells, skin cells. So it is one of the Hungary University, Peter Catholic University. So having the root grown in the channel to analyze the biofertilizers, effect of biofertilizers on the root. This is one university that we are collaborating. This is National Institute of Fundamental Sciences, Kandy. So far I told you about the work that is being carried out in the lab here in IPS Academy. Now I just wanted to say, you people are from different backgrounds. Now going to become from different backgrounds. Chemical, mechanical, biology, whatever it is. So all microfluidics is a multidisciplinary field, and all fields have its own applications in microfluidics. So in food industry, microfluidics is used to understand, because nowadays all are becoming lazy. Everybody wants packed food, and when I was in Europe, I saw rice being cooked and sold. And rice has been, after cooking, this has been stored for 1 year in a container, and chapatis are being cooked and stored, and no need to cook anything. Just go and heat it in the microwave oven and eat it. So all these food technologies have been developed, and since even if we are having it stored at minus 40 degrees Celsius, the foods that has been cooked already, there are different types of microbes growing even at minus 40 degrees Celsius or minus 70 degrees Celsius that causes different types of cancer. So in Western countries, there are a lot of cancer hospitals. Even nearby my home, there were a lot of cancer, four cancer hospitals were there. So India is also becoming one of its kind, and recently I saw in newspaper, Madras is first city that is having more breast cancers reported, and Bangalore is going to become the first city overcoming Madras, that more number of breast cancer patients are being reported. And mostly there is no, we cannot fully predict how it has been occurring, but doctors are generally saying it is because people are taking the packed foods. That may the reason. It is just an initial suggestion from the doctors to avoid packed foods. So in food industry, there are microbes that are in the packed foods. So in the packed foods, we can easily analyze by keeping a small strip. There are two types of microbes that has been identified now. I think it is I am from mechanical background. I don't know much about bio, but I am working with bio people. So H. pylori, I think, 2 microbes, one is H. pylori. So that microbe is it can be easily identified with help of the microfluidic test technology. Just by pasting a small channel over that, it will be attracting only those kind of microbes, and if it is more that above the permissible limit, then we have to discard the food. So in food industry, the microfluidics part is already into existence. Then for analyte detection, what is known as analyte? Glucose is an analyte. Then there are more than 1 lakh analytes in our body. In blood, plasma, there are more than 1 lakh analytes. So the main analytes are cholesterol, glucose, and other things that doctors say. So for analyte detection, it is useful to detect those kind of analytes. Then I already said you about virus, bacteria, and microorganisms. Then it is used for blood cell separation. Blood cell separation, when we have blood cancer, the WBCs become very big, and when we are able to separate the mechanical engineers can easily do that with the help of sorting techniques after studying the fluid mechanics subject in 3rd semester. So it is used for blood cell separation. Then in forsenic background. So when a small amount of sample biofluid or a hair is there, the forsenic people can be easily using it for DNA extraction inside the microchannel. So micromixing is used for the chemical engineers to prepare drugs and other cosmetics. Then for water purification and for environmental monitoring. These two are not is apart from my focus, so I'm just working on these top areas. So this is basically for blood cell sortings. After 4 years, a mechanical engineer can easily understand how it is going to work. So it is for sorting the blood cells and other types of microbes from saliva. For example, in saliva, there are about 800 different types of microbes in just the saliva part. So when we take that and when we do the sorting, we'll be able to differentiate different microbes and collect each microbes in different outlets, and just saying that this microbe is more, then we can say that cancer is more. The oral cancer can be developing in the body. So this is the sorting one. So our whole body is a fluid mechanics engine actually. We have fully the arteries, veins, lymphatic system. So mechanical engineers have full scope to work with biomedical engineers, doctors to develop different diagnostic devices for the body. So why I showed you is that mechanical engineers are going to study the fluid mechanics part. This is fluid mechanics, laminar, turbulent, and vertical flows, and there are different types of flow, transmural flow, luminant flow. So these flows are just being understood by mechanical engineers, and what the fluid is flowing, a chemical engineer and a chemistry person will understand. So we need a collaboration between everyone to work out the different kind of flows. So this is also mechanics. Now I'll give you a brief introduction about how other engineering background will be useful, can be using microfluidics for developing some product. It can be in the field of energy, it can be in the field of diagnostic device and more. So this is one where electrical and electronics engineers combined with mechanical engineers with doctors developed a small device, and it is in existence. Here they are taking small cells. So just I showed you how to take cells from our oral cavity. Just by brushing and putting it into solution, small cells will come. And when we isolate a cell and when we pass it into the channel with the help of electrical signals, with the help of electrodes, that is called as biosensors. Electronics and electrical people have developed this. And this design, channel design, has been made by mechanical engineers, and the cells are given by doctors to the people, and the biomedical people are sending it. And when the signals are being passed, when the cells go out in the channel, and when it is fully elastic, when it comes out without breaking, then it means there is no cancer. But when it breaks and ruptures in between while passing through this channel, when the electricity is being passed with the help of this digitated electrodes, then they say that the cancer may be in existence. So the pre-medicine has been given, and most of the cancer cases are dropped down in Berkeley. This device has been developed by the Berkeley University, and the Berkeley government hospital is using it, and they have stopped many type of cancers with the help of this device. So this is the other work where we can use in food industry just by having a small strip pasted over the packed food, and this is, the image is not clear, so the fluid travels over this path with the help of capillary action, and when there is some changes, the biochemistry people will be able to understand, and they will say that the presence of that kind of microbe is more. This is one application, and this is one milk card. When you just Google it and see milk card, you can see how to identify the presence of urea, sucrose, glucose and starch. So this has also been done with the help of mechanical engineers and biochemist people. And we are trying to develop, this is not reusable, and we are trying to develop here in our lab that can be reused for 3 months or 6 months. The price of this is just 50 cents, and what we are trying to make is the price is just 50 rupees. Normally these kind of tests cost more because the equipment is itself cost 30,000 to 50,000, and the chemicals that been used will be costing more. So we are trying to reduce the cost so that in normally these are available in milk societies. So I come from a village, so that in the village the milk society is having a big equipment to test all these adulterants. So when we are developing something, each and every household can have that small kit, and when we put the drop of milk in that, we'll be able to analyze that what kind of adulterants our milkman is using it. So this is one kind, similar kind like the paper milk pad. This is a similar kind to have test the blood group. It is already available in Amazon. Okay, so just for electronics people from the electronics background who is going to study, here they can develop microfluidics. Here I have mentioned co-fabrication of printed electronics and printed microfluidics. So here we are having that printed wax to have that the barrier forming, and mostly you will not be able to understand. So for the electronics people, they will be developing the conductive ink, and they will be using it in the paper to develop the printed circuits. No need of any big device, just a small paper is enough. So this is for printed multi-layer circuit board. So electrical and electronics people have worked with the microfluidics engineers. So again for the electronics, here you can see a microcontroller based heater. A small heater is being developed that can heat a small sample of fluid. All these are used for in the clinical applications. And this is a foldable paper battery to power a small device. So for computer science people, here they have this, I got it from the paper named Machine Learning for Microfluidic Design and Control. So here they have shown about the automated microfluidic design and control. So there are a vast scope for all the branches to work in microfluidics. So you won't understand most of that now because machine learning is some other subject in 3rd year I think. So these are the different things for computer science engineers. So this is the one that is developed by NASA, and they have sent it to Mars to test the soil there. So this is the paper name is Development and Evaluation of a Micro Device for Amino Acid Biomarker Detection and Analysis on Mars. So you can see the microchannel design with fluidic reservoir here at the different parts, and this is the final device. So it automatically, with the help of robotic engineers, it automatically takes a small amount of soil and it analyzes what are the different amino acids are there available. So it is a combination of the chemical, civil, electronics and mechanical. So again it is used for drug testing. So this can be automated with the help of the computer science people. So with the help of this device, we can eliminate the animal testing. So we should not test the animals, and already the law is in existence. So it has been banned to test any of our drugs on animals. So the microfluidics can help a lot for developing new devices for testing of the drugs. So it's not required, just microscope is needed. We can have a smartphone also to have the visualization part for the colorimetric detection, color change detection. So the other health wearables, already you people will be wearing is watch to monitor the heart rate, blood volume, pulse, muscular activity, then fever, whatever it is. So there are multiple devices that has been developed, already it is in use and they are optimizing it. So these are my supervisors. I call them as who showed me the path of light of where to go. So we all know that Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. So we say God is the last person. So we should give full respect for all the professors and faculties or teachers who teach them, and you should learn patience. The first, I already follow two things. I always follow two things. We should go behind the truth so that everybody lives happily. Then knowledge is power. So when we want to achieve something, we should gain more knowledge. And the third one is be patient all the time to get good things in your life. Thank you.
Informative session. Our next session will be conducted by Pooja Naresh Bhatt ma'am. She is currently head IC Department of Training and Placement and the Assistant Professor in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. She is currently pursuing PhD in Electronics and Communication from Indian Institute of Information Technology, Nagpur. So I would request ma'am to continue with her session.
Stand. Sit. Who is not standing? Stand. 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 Sit. You're out. 3 people. Stand up. Clap. Stop. Sit. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pooja, and I am the head in charge of the training and the placement department of your institute. Okay. I don't know why you're clapping. If something which is related to placement and you want that, you feel that I'll get you a job, that's why you're clapping? Then why you're clapping? If that's the case, yes, I'll get you the job. So yes, clap. Okay. How many of you from IT department, as in IT, as in there is 3 department called as circuit branch, computer science, electrical and EC. How many of you are from that 3 departments? Okay. Rest core departments, my wonderful departments, civil, mechanical. Okay, okay. We have then chemical. Very good. Fire and safety engineering. Very good. So I have things for all of you guys. I just wanted to know the major gentry over here. Accordingly, we'll talk more. All right? So I'll just go ahead. So, training and placement. Now, these are two words. I hope we understand the difference. Training and placement. Now, we all know the meaning of placement. Yes or no? Means getting placed. What is the training then? And why are these two groups together? And why are they interrelated? I'm asking question, guys. Are they interrelated? How? Let's fastly go through vision and mission of my team. Before that, to answer the question which I just asked, training and placement are, yes, interrelated. Unless you get the training, you're not going to get placed. Now the training includes a lot of trainings. And those trainings are necessary for you to get placed. Simple answer. So that's why my team has people who train you as well as place you. It's an internal team. We do have a CPC in our institute, which is for the entire academy. I hope as you are a part of 4th day in the induction, I guess, 3rd day in the induction, at least you know that you are under an umbrella called IPS Academy, which holds 76 courses, out of which one is yours. So the CPC is the central placement cell which resides over there beside the canteen. I hope everybody has seen that because we all have gone to canteen. So CPC takes care of all placements across the institute. So it is also for MBA, it's also for commerce, it's also for fashion designing and for engineering. My team, our team takes care of only you guys, engineering. So we are like a bridge between you and the placement cell which is for the institute who gets the companies. So our job is to make sure you are employable for the company. Their job is to get the company for you guys. Do you understand the meaning now? Am I making it difficult for you to understand? Do I translate? Or do we understand this much of English? Good. So did we understand the difference? What is it? Central placement cell takes care of. For you guys, if you want to know, it is that the bridge which comes between you and the company. And we are the bridge between you and the CPC. Got the difference? Simple. Let's start with the vision first. A simple vision we will all read. These are my contents today. To increase if there is any word which we do not understand, I want you guys to read it for me and then we'll explain. Sir, ये light बंद हो सकती है? इतनी ही रहेगी? Okay. To increase the employability skills of our students at the institutional and the industrial level, equipping the students with relevant and conceptualized professional skills and guiding them towards a bright future and career around the globe with the values of excellence, hard work and justice. Big words because it's a vision. It has to be big. But basically, this is all about your employability. That is going to be our objective. Let's read out the mission. To strengthen and enhance industry-institute partnership by way of Campus Connect. What you get in the campus, that you campus placements, those are actually Campus Connect. What is the meaning of the connect? Again, a connect between company and you guys. So that's Campus Connect. Then next is to create maximum opportunities for the placements of eligible students in the job market by establishing a rapport with the industry people. This is very important, guys. Unless we have a rapport built with the industry, why the industry will come to you guys? So that is again not your job, that's our job. Ultimately, it is going to be your job because if we give you guys more number and if they get you for more number, that's when we'll build a rapport, right? If a company comes in for 100 and I give them 115 students, that is a good building, rapport building, right? But if the company comes in for 100 students and I give them 70 students, so is that a good rapport building? So do you understand? It is related to you, not directly but indirectly. Yeah? To impart personality development to the students to face this competitive area. Obviously, this, I guess you might be learning from your 9th and 10th that personality development plays a very important picture, which you will absolutely see while you are with me in the next 4 years. To enhance the students' interest in entrepreneurship and business strategies. We are working out towards that. We want students to become entrepreneurs. We want students to go for higher studies. And we want students to get placed. These are our 3 basic mottos. To integrate careers within an academic environment for realizing students' best possible growth. According to your choice, we give you training. There is no imposition or a syllabus maintained for training. If this particular person wants to become an entrepreneur, the syllabus goes according to that. That person wants to go for a placement, the syllabus goes according to that. So it's up to you, and we are free to make changes accordingly. All right, so it is an individual career counseling. So this is the mission. As I mentioned, my objective or my team's objective is to enhance the employability of students. Employability can be through going for higher studies. Employability can be through becoming an entrepreneur, or employability can be through basic placements. Are these words new to you guys? Why am I seeing such faces as if I'm talking alien to you? Isn't that relating to you guys? I should be getting more apprehensions while I'm talking to you, because this is purely related to you, and I'm sure when you joined the college, the first thing which you saw was placements. Am I right or am I right? Thank you. These are the functions. To give you a gist, we'll work on this. Specialized training. As I mentioned, this particular person wants a training for one thing, I give her training for one thing. You want a training for one thing, I give you a training for one thing. So are we understanding specialized training means a special attention to the student? Because this is like that. Not every student is same. There might be some students who are looking for more than a 10 lakh package. It means like they are very good with their domain skills. Now domain could be anything. Domain could be anything, not necessarily computer science. So that's why we give a specialized training. Corporate grooming. What is the meaning of the word corporate? Anybody? Guys, corporate. Do we know or we don't? If nobody is saying an answer, it means we don't know what is the meaning of corporate. Do we know? Okay. So corporate grooming is, means working in MNCs. Now do we know the meaning of MNCs? What is it? Multinational companies, those companies who deals with people abroad or maybe people other than country India. So MNCs are multinational companies, means those companies deals with different countries. So those were the schedule, or sorry, the environment which they follow is called as a corporate environment. Let's say, for example, one of the corporate environment rules is first name basis. Do we know what is first name basis? We do not have to call people around us, even if they are seniors, as sir, madam. That's called as first name basis. I can call my center head with the name. His name was Amar Krishna, and I used to call him Amar. So that's called as first name basis. This is one of the rules of corporate environment. There will be loads of like that, which we will be grooming you for. Because you guys don't know when you are sitting in a college, you will not know this. And I'm not expecting you to know it right now. Unless you have a sibling or a parent who is working in a multinational company, that's the reason you might know some of those corporate environment rules. We'll help you with that. Soft skill workshops. Soft skill workshops. Now I guess this is a familiar word. Am I right? Soft skill workshops. Do we know what is soft skills? No. Okay. Soft skills include 7 types of skills. We will not go into that. I took a session in your second year about soft skills. What is soft skill? There are 7 types of skills in soft skills, which is basically related to your personality development. Helps you with body language, gestures, how to present, how to take an interview, how to give an interview, how to talk in front of 120 people, how to work on stage, how to walk, how to talk, how to move your hands. These are called as soft skills. All right. Next, rigorous assessments. Obviously, when we'll take your training, we'll have assessments. So assessment starts from your week 1 of your college and will end up by the time you get placed. All right? Continuous feedbacks. I always keep on taking these kinds of sessions and I ask students directly, tell me what my faculty did and how did you like it or you did not like it. Give me a feedback so that we can change it. As I told you, I am free to change the content and the delivery. So accordingly, we make changes and we keep making changes. As I said, all set of students are not alike. Like for example, the seniors to whom I am already giving, they are different than you guys. So this is going to happen that once you are in my training class, there will be a different type of training according to your needs. All right? So that's rigorous continuous feedback. And motivational counseling, which is again a very important need. Not everybody sitting here will be able to talk to me right now, but once I leave, they might come behind me, ma'am, ye ho gaya, and we want to talk about this. So these kind of motivational one-to-one counseling we give. Activities. Now, please don't say that you don't know these words. Aptitude. How do I show the laser? Laser. Sir. Aptitude. Do we know the meaning of aptitude? Guys, a yes or a no is needed. I'll not go ahead otherwise. Answer. Do we know the meaning of aptitude? What is it? Saying yes and not answering what it is. Any one type of aptitude question if you can explain. Any topic is okay. What comes in aptitude? Problem solving, somebody said problem solving. Okay, what else? Thinking ability, all right. What about quantitative aptitude? Tell me, you all have come from 12th class right now, so I'm sure it will be, fresh in your mind. What is quantitative aptitude? Nobody has ever gone through R.S. Agarwal? Sorry? Yes. One of the quantitative aptitude topics is mensuration. Similarly, how many such topics we know? Do we know ratio proportion? Do we know profit and loss? Simple interest, compound interest. Time and work, speed, distance. Ab yaad aaya? That is quantitative aptitude. A company, whenever comes in, the first test which it takes is aptitude. Now there are two types of aptitude. One is quantitative aptitude, which is pure mathematical algebra, जो अभी मैंने बताया. All right. The other type of aptitude is problem solving or logical ability questions like seating arrangements. ये भी पढ़ा होगा आपने. Seating arrangements, dice, working on dice, questions on dice, है ना? Coding, decoding, statistics. ये सब, this is a part of logical ability, which you these days play on mobiles like puzzle games and everything, which are depending on your inductive thinking. So this is second part of aptitude. So these are two things which comes under aptitude, which is the basic test which you need to clear to go ahead for the placement. From the day one today, guys, I'm telling you, 7th semester will be the start of your placements, irrespective of the departments you belong to. So you have these 6 semesters to make sure you're taking care of this. If anybody has this feeling in the mind that I'm very good with domain, whatever domain, and I'll clear. You are absolutely wrong. Because the company has mentioned it very clearly, and the last 6 years of my experience has seen that every section of your written test will be a cut-off section. Means you'll have to clear all the tests. In spite of getting 100 on 100 for your domain, if you're not able to clear your aptitude and English, you will be off. So no such dilemma should be there in your mind. I'm telling you today itself, and I'll be keeping to tell you till you reach your 7th semester. You'll find me everywhere, wherever there is placements. So I'll keep on telling this, and I'm telling you today, start working on aptitude and verbal ability. The second part is verbal ability. Verbal ability is English. There are 3 types of verbal ability questions which are asked in the written test. This is the first step of placement I'm talking right now. Okay? We have not yet reached the second step. The first thing which a company wants from you is to clear the written test, which comprises of 3 parts: aptitude, verbal, and the third is domain. So I'll not talk about domain. That is your basic dharam, which you're supposed to do in the 6 semesters, and you have to make sure that you're an expertise in the domain. So I will not talk about that. That is by default, you're supposed to do it. And then rest, as I said, apti, I told you what is apti, now I'm telling you what is verbal ability. Verbal ability means there are 3 parts of verbal ability. One is grammar. Basic fill in the blank questions of prepositions, interjections, conjunctions, parts of speech overall. Padha hai? Good. Noun, pronoun, conjunctions, prepositions, use of words, sentence corrections, these kind of questions are asked in grammar. Second part is reading comprehension. What is that? Does anybody know about reading comprehension? People who have studied from an English medium background should know about reading comprehension. What is it? Yes. When we were like kids, we used to understand it as unseen passage. Ab yaad aaya? Even Hindi medium school might have that. Unseen passage. The difference is, those unseen passage were like, my name is Ram, I live in a village, I have 2 boys, 2 kids, 2 cows, 2 boys. That is not the level of comprehension which you will find. You will find theoretical or literatural level of comprehensions to understand. And the answer to those questions will not be in the paragraph. Usually हम क्या करते थे? Unseen passage में हम passage नहीं पढ़ते थे. We directly go to the question, we read the question, then we come back to the passage, we see the answer, and then we write the answer. Am I right or am I right? This will not work this time. Because the questions will not be directly available in the paragraph. The questions which will come on that reading comprehension will be like, help me with the summary of the question. What does the author want to say? You will have to write the answer on your own after reading the paragraph. So it will be a mandate to read the paragraph, understand it. Comprehension means to comprehend it, to understand the meaning of the paragraph, and then answer the questions. All right? So this is the second part, which is going to be very difficult. Your seniors are facing a lot of difficulties on that because we do not have a reading habit. All we read is our syllabus books and Instagram posts, nothing else. So we do not have to do that. We have to have a habit of reading in order to make sure you are able to clear that. Because reading comprehension comprises of 5 questions in 1 paragraph, question बनाने वाले को easy हो जाता है कि यार grammar के 5 question अलग अलग find out करूँ, उससे अच्छा एक reading comprehension I give you and I get you 5 questions in that. It will be easier. So that's why usually company looks for 2 to 3 reading comprehension in 1 test paper. So if 2 to 3 reading comprehension means 10 to 15 questions. So if you are not able to answer or understand 1 passage, you're gone with 5 questions and you are out of the crowd. Do you understand the importance, guys? The third part after reading comprehension comes out to be vocabulary. Now do we understand the meaning of vocabulary or we don't? Hindi में क्या बोलते हैं vocabulary को? Yes, शब्दकोश. Now, something called as synonyms, antonyms, kabhi padha hai? Those are asked in vocabulary, mostly. Other than that, they might ask you a word which is a relevant word for a phrase. एक simple phrase यानी meaning to word. Two types of questions, synonym, antonyms or meaning to word. They will give you the meaning of the word, then they will give you 4 options, or those words will like something which you have never heard in your life. So you will not be able to relate, and then you will finally fall off, marring a tukka and off, and you will fail. Why? Because there is no relation. Tukka also needs some kind of relation, right? Like for example, in grammar, if you keep reading the question with the options, this is a trick. कि यार साला ऑफ लगेगा कि ऑन लगेगा कि इन लगेगा, 4 बार मैं एक ही क्वेश्चन पढ़ूंगा तो हम 80% ऑफ द टाइम करेक्ट प्रेपोजिशन लगा देते हैं, हम पास हो जाते हैं. लेकिन vocabulary does not work that way. Because you do not know the word meaning, you do not know the meaning of those 4 options of synonyms and antonyms also. Then how will you relate? That is the problem. So that is one question that makes most of the elimination. Because the only way to learn vocabulary is रटना, और कोई तरीका नहीं है. So I keep giving 10 to 20 words every week to my students. They go, they have 10 words. Each word will have 3 synonyms, 3 antonyms. So accordingly, in one word, you will learn 7 words. So if I give them 20 words in a week, so 27s are 140 words in a week is being learned. So by the time you finish your 6th semester, you have somewhere around 3100 words if you come in every class. That's one case. So 3100 is more than enough to get you past the test for vocabulary section. Are we getting this? Okay. Domain, according to your department, the company comes in and asks for domain knowledge according to your course, whatever it is. If the company comes in for 6th semester, they might ask you the things which you have done till 5th semester. Or if the company comes in for 7th semester, if the company comes in on 8th semester, accordingly the last semester's questions might be asked to you guys. All right? Got it? So this is the first phase. Then comes second phase. Group discussions. Have you heard about it ever? Fire and safety department, till now my experience has been with fire and safety departments, any company which comes in for more than 7 lakhs ka package will ask you for a GD. What is the reason behind asking a GD? Do you know that? Guys, how many computer science? What is the strength of your class this year? You know that? Not right now. I'm talking about overall intake of your class. 720. Where are you living, guys? There are 6 departments of 180. 720. Now if I am asking all 720, let's say there are 600 people who are eligible to sit in one company. But the company doesn't want 600 students. They want only 50 students. So GD is the best way for elimination in bulk. पूरे के पूरे 20 के ग्रुप को वो बाहर कर देगा. 1-to-1 इंटरव्यू लेने का लफड़ा ही नहीं. Let's say 600 students are eligible. 500 students clear the written test. मान के चलिए ऐसा होता नहीं है. 300-400 ही clear करते हैं written test. But let's say, talking on a positive manner, 500 students. So 500 students में they will make 2020 का how many groups? 25 groups. Now 125 groups of 20 students. Okay. Now then 25 groups. Now he only wants 100 people. So it means he wants to select out of 25 students. He will select 4. But let's say he want to reject more people in interview. So he selects 5 groups. So 25 में से 5 group निकालने हैं उसे. So बाकी 20 के साथ क्या होगा? GD में they will point out 6 and the entire group will be eliminated in a single go. So that is the reason why they take GD. So you have to be a part of those 5 groups, not those 20 groups. Means you have to make sure that you and your group entirely is selected. We'll do that later. So this is one or only one reason behind asking for a GD. Then you have mock interviews. Obviously, everybody makes mistakes while taking an interview. All stupidity what we do, we make sure that we get it done before you guys, before you go for the actual movie. When you go for your actual role play in the front of the interviewer who has visited our college, before that we make sure that we take your mock interviews. So whatever blunders you guys do, we correct it then and there. Understood? Mock interviews का मतलब समझ में आया? So this is the reason about why we take mock interviews, because there are hundreds of mistakes you guys do. Yesterday only there was a company which is going to come for fire technology called as Maruti Suzuki. They are going to take a presentation round this time. Till last year they were taking GDs. This year they thought of not for GDs but for presentation. Now when I took mock presentations, half of the students were like not even confident while coming here and talking in front of me. Well, I was the only audience sitting. So think of the panel round when there will be more than 10 to 15 interviewers sitting and taking your presentations. So not everybody is firm with standing here. So these types of mistakes or fears which we have or which we possess will be taken care during these kinds of interviews. Extemporaries. Do we know what is extemporaries? Has anyone heard about JAM? 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 Suna hai? No. Say yes or no, guys. JAM is just a minute. It's as good as extemporaries. I will tell you what is the meaning of extemporary, then you will say, हाँ ma'am, ये हमारे school में होता था. Extemporaries is nothing but on the spot I give you a topic to read and you come here and explain the topic. Have we done that in our schools? That is called as extemporaries. That's the problem, guys. We know everything, but we do not know the terminologies. So this is being taken care by the corporates with the name of JAM. Just a minute. They will ask somebody, they will ask to take a chit out of a bowl, and whatever topic comes in, the person has to talk for 1 or 2 minutes for that particular topic. All they have to know is how confident the person is. They do not want to know the content. For example, somebody says Russia versus Ukraine. I know not everybody is equipped with all the information about Russia, Ukraine. But how you talk here is important. No matter how crap you're talking. What crap you're talking. How you're talking is important. So that is called as extemporaries. Then you have presentations, as I mentioned. There will be a PPT. You will be talking about the PPT. You will be showing the effectivity of what you are doing in different kinds of competitions like business modeling or innovative ideas. These kinds of competition arises and then you give presentations. Debates. I hope you know this word. It's like for and against. Two people stand against each other. Let's say, for example, I was talking about Russia, Ukraine. So there will be one person who will be talking for Russia and there will be one person who will be talking against Russia. So that is called as debate. Panel discussions. Panel discussions happen same way. It's just that other than one person for and against, there will be a team of 3 to 4 people. 3 to 4 people will be sitting for, 3 to 4 people will be sitting for against. Then they will discuss. So that is, panel discussion happens scripted. Means you are already been given topic 2 to 3 days before. You have to prepare with your group and then talk in front of the judges. Still people make mistakes. Next, specialities, what our team possess. Counseling. My cabin is always open, 12/7, not 24/7. 12/7 for you guys, for any kind of help. By coincidence or something where I'm sitting, my cabin already says student counseling. However, I'm not a student counselor, but it says it, and anyways, students, because they relate to me, so they come to me directly. So that is open for all you guys. We take expert lectures regarding all these things, be it domain, be it non-technical, everything. Expert lectures for listening sessions has been already taken in the last semester. There was a soft skill trainer who actually helped you with one of the soft skills, which is listening skills, active listening skills. So he took a session here, and it was a wonderful session. He is an actual professional soft skills trainer. Then we have activity workshops, mirror practices. What do you mean by mirror practice? कांच के सामने खड़े होकर बोलना. Okay. So we have something called a student section on the 6th floor. Have you visited the student section yet? No. You will. The moment you join the college, you will definitely come. Nowhere you go, but you will go 2 places in the institute. One is student section and one is canteen, for sure. So student section you will definitely visit. वहाँ पे there are some doors which are locked. The keys are with me. I'll not let you open it. But there are big entire door mirrors, like the size of the door, 6 feet. There are 5 to 6 mirrors, big mirrors inside. So what we do there is, if like say for example 5 people who have been shortlisted for Maruti Suzuki, now they have to go through an interview. Now they will take a face-to-face round. Now sometimes, after some time, they become comfortable with me. Ma'am, आपके सामने तो हम बोल लेंगे, लेकिन we want to know how we look in front of the rest. So what we do is, the person stands in front of the mirror and give the presentation or take an interview or give an interview. So what will happen? He or she, himself or herself, will look how they look while they are talking. And you believe it or not, जितनी शर्म आपको मुझसे नहीं आती है, उतनी शर्म आपको अपने आप से वहाँ पर आएगी. Because you will see yourself becoming like a joker. So that is a wonderful practice which we do. Automatically, I don't even have to tell you कि आप डांस कर रहे थे बात करते करते, नर्वस हो रहे थे बात करते करते. Automatically the person himself will see, मैम मैं तो जूते हिला रहा था, मैम मैं तो पैर ऊपर नीचे कर रहा था, मैम मैं तो नाखून खा रहा था. ये सब automatically होगा. So it's a very motivational interactions. Again, everywhere you will see these kinds of things which I and my team do one-on-one. All confidentiality, I always say that whenever you come to my class, there is a pact we all take. I hope we know the meaning of pact. Pact, pata hai kya hota hai? It's a promise in a group which we take that we will not share things outside our class. Like say for example, some person comes to me, ma'am, मैं इस particular चीज़ में कमज़ोर हूँ. So obviously it is my duty to not share it with any other student, and it is the student's duty to not share the feedback given to him to any other person. So that's a pact which we follow anytime somebody comes in our class, so that it does not go to even to your faculty coordinators outside, because it's a confidentiality pact. So these kinds of acts we always keep. Numbers. The biggest bar which you are seeing is on-campus placements. Now if you see the year, can you see the graph? Can you understand the graph, guys? So the first one is on-campus, then it is off-campus, then it is higher studies, and then it is entrepreneurships. So in some sections you might not find entrepreneurships. In some section you might find, because not everybody in the year went for becoming an entrepreneur. Recently ये बहुत ज़्यादा trend में आ गया है. So now students have started going for startups and different business areas. So that is actual, the number is 433 in the first year, in 21-22. I'm talking about recent 2022 batch. So 433 were the actual placements, of which 36 or something were the off-campus placements. Now, do you understand the meaning between on-campus and off-campus? On-campus is something which comes on campus. Off-campus is something which has not been delivered by you, by our college, but you get to know. You apply for it, you get selected, and then you inform it to your college that I have been selected in this falana company. So that is very कम, बहुत कम होता है, बहुत रेयर होता है, इसलिए आपको ग्राफ में इतना डिफरेंस दिखाई दे रहा है, because maximum placement happens on campus. That's why. So this is the graph. 433, then this was 222, this was 228, this was 387, and this was again 290 something. But the strength of the number of students, as I mentioned at that point of time, was 120, 120, 180, 180, 360. And this last one was 480. Now your batch is going to be 720. And this is 720 only about computer science. This is overall placement, by the way, guys. It's not for computer science only. Things of your interest or profit. So the maximum package which we got, 16.5 in 2022, was for IOCL, came for Fire Technology Department. I hope you know fire students. Fire students यहाँ बैठे? हाँ. So you know, right? Central government jobs, specifically for core departments like mechanical, electrical, chemical, FT. Central government jobs comes for good packages. So that is what 15.17 in 2021 was again for IOCL. 7.95 was in 1920, which was for value labs, which came in for computer science. 12.02 again IOCL. 16.70 again IOCL. However, this year in 23, there is one student who have been selected for 36.5 lakhs. It's a computer science student named as Prince Dubey. He has gone through somewhere around 7 technical interviews, 3 rounds of written technical, 6 rounds of aptitude, and he's still waiting for the result. He went through all this. They were, all the 7 departments were eligible for that company. There was no eligibility criteria. But the first written was only cleared by 13 students from the entire 1100 group. 13 students. And then after 13 in the second written, it was only 1 person. And from that, his journey has started, and till then, it's been 3.5 months that he has been taking interviews and interviews, purely technical. And then he's still waiting for the result. But I'm sure he'll get selected, and the package is going to be 36.5 per annum. 36 lakh. All right. Other than that, this year there is another company which came in, again, this Value Labs, 7.95. This Value Lab this year has come in for 21 lakhs. 2023 batch. None of the students got selected. They couldn't clear the rounds. Written, forget about interviews. So why I'm telling you this? It's because look at the competition and the pressure, or I would say the syllabus or the level of the question asked in the written test. Aptitude and English mein if a bacha fails na, it is like an insult for the entire institute. If a student fails in for English as well as aptitude, it is like an insult. Even the student doesn't have that gut to come and tell me, ma'am, mera English clear nahi hua. This is very, even you will also feel bad about it. Had that been कि I couldn't clear domain, then it is still understood कि boss domain का level high होगा. ठीक है. But if you're not clearing aptitude, which you've been doing since 6th, 7th class, then it's purely the student's responsibility. A college or even father, mother cannot do anything about it. All right? Any question about this package thing? No question? Minimum package हमेशा से इतना ही रहा है 1.8 to 2. It is going to be like that. Almost maximum number of unplaced students go for these kinds of jobs because they couldn't get through the bigger packages companies. And the average package has been this much. I hope we all know, or you might have seen while you came in for the counseling, these are the big recruiters which we have. ONGC, Mu Sigma. Mu Sigma came in for 30 lakhs this year, and we got 4 students who were selected for 30 lakhs package. Sorry, 21 students, out of which 4 students were from computer science background, rest everybody were from EC and electrical. Larsen and Toubro has also come for chemical. This year I'm talking about recent. I guess day before yesterday I got the message. It is coming for 10 lakhs for chemical, mechanical, civil and FT. 4 departments. 10 lakhs package. Is there any icon which you are not able to understand or have you never heard of? Have you never seen? Are you able to relate with all these companies? कभी तो कभी सुनी होगी. These are our prominent alumnus. People who have been selected for BARC, B-A-R-C, Amazon, Google, ISRO, Indian Army, Oracle, JP, as well as Walt Disney. So these are my all alumnus बहुत अच्छा ग्रुप था ये which went through this. Thank you very much. I know you have questions. Please tell me and ask any kind of stupid question you want to ask. I'm okay with that. And I'm sure there are hundreds of questions. So you have all right to ask. Is there anything which is left or something which I couldn't answer? Ask. Everybody is completely agreeing with the placement style of IPS Academy? Or do we do not know the placement style at all? Now do we know after my session? So is there any question for the core departments specifically? Nobody is going to ask, madam, हमारे लिए company आएगी कि नहीं आएगी? This is a basic question everybody asks. Please. Yes, beta. I like the people who talk in the auditorium. Yes. Yes. Okay, sit. Very good. Computer science, when the company comes in for computer science, so if that sir has absolutely said right that they will not mention that we are coming from AI. Now, when they say computer science, they describe the profile they are asking for. They describe the profile. Now, the profile mentions what they are actually looking for. In that, they mention if the person is from an artificial intelligence background or an ML background, we will prefer them. So basically, all they want is the person should have a good coding knowledge. Okay, after that, AI and ML can be taught in a 6-month internship or a unpaid 6-month, job during training during the job. TDJ, training during the job. ऐसा workflows follow करते हैं companies that if they are looking for, let's say for example, अभी recent में अब तो खैर Python has been very famous, but when recently Python came in the market, at that time my students were like, ma'am हमको तो Python आता नहीं है. So what the companies were like, they also know कि this has recently come up and suddenly curriculum में add करके बच्चा नहीं पढ़ेगा किसी भी college में. So if they are looking for a fresher, they know this very well. So what they ask is, whatever dependent language of Python is, Java. So if the person is aware about Java, we will be easily able to help them, give them a training of Python. So that's the person who will be selected for Python, and then there will be a 6-month training given for that particular language, and then they will be going on job training or JWT, जो भी बोलते हैं उसको. फिर वो मतलब साल भर का probation period रहता है, and then you become a software developer or a graduate engineer training or whatever profile they have come for. So this is a process everybody in the college, everybody in the companies follow, because they are not working on the syllabus or the curriculum decided by the academy. They have their own agenda. The projects, according to the projects, they want students. Now the student has the student doesn't know PHP and the company wants PHP. So what they will do? They want a C++ बढ़िया student, and then they train them for PHP, and then they take them for PHP projects. This is the basic way. So even if it is AI, ML, data science, or blockchain technology, or any such kind of extra specialization, a basic computer science holder will be able to get through it. And if you have a basic additional, let's say for example, the departments which we have these days in our college is because of that. That is called a specialization. You will still be taught all computer science subjects, but there will be a special subject given to you, and you will be given that bonus. Once you have the company will not have to invest for you guys, because you already know AI. So that will be a plus point. Do not consider it to be a negative point. All right? Next. Yes, sir. 60% throughout. 10th, 12th, and BE aggregate. 60% throughout is the maximum companies come in with an eligibility criteria. If you talk about dream status jobs, like 36.5 का जब मैं भी आपसे बात कर रही थी, that company did not ask for any eligibility criteria. Even if you are failed in 12th class, even if your base marks passed in 12th class, it's absolutely fine. All they wanted was you should have excellent, amazing, beautiful coding skills. So even if you are from a chemical background, you can sit. All you have to have is coding skills. So जो ऐसी companies आती है, these companies do not come with an eligibility criteria. Usually these companies take only 3 to 4 people. And their motto is different. But basic companies like our day one company, which is Capgemini, that company comes in with a 60% throughout package. Eligibility criteria. Similarly, we have TCS Infosys, which comes in for Pan India. It doesn't come in for college anymore, for any college for that matter. TCS and Infosys and Wipro, these three companies directly put on an online test like NQT, if you have heard of. National Qualifier Test is a very popular test which has been taken by TCS every year for the freshers. All of you can apply for it and clear the test and get directly selected. It will not come in our college or any college. That happens on pan-India level. Everywhere the NQT happens once in a year. But you are supposed to be in the 7th semester at that point of time. ऐसा ही Infosys also takes. Similarly, Wipro also does that. So these three companies do not anymore visit any colleges, be it IIT, be it private. These have actually made up that we'll always call from pan-India level, they will take 1600 to 1700 freshers and they will ask them to get trained in their companies. Other than that, Capgemini, then you have, for electrical, we have Sun Solar, as I mentioned. Then we have, for chemical, we have all kinds of pharmaceutical companies coming in. There are companies which come in for interdisciplinary requirement. As I said, L&T. L&T is basically a construction company, but it comes in for chemical as well as electrical and FT these days. But as I told about eligibility criteria, guys, there is no पत्थर की लकीर कि आज ये है तो यही रहने वाला है. और नहीं ये भी है that they have measured 1.5 months before they inform that we are going to come in your college. They give you a pattern that this is going to be our procedure. Like there will be a training test, then there will be a GD round, then there will be a presentation, then there will be an interview. ठीक है? But recently this happened. Listen to me very carefully. Capgemini came in for our college. There were 107 students who cleared the pseudo coding. Capgemini calls for pseudo coding. So there were 107 students who cleared for pseudo coding. And then they suddenly came up with one assessment called as spoken English assessment, which never happened before. Spoken English assessment, because they did not want these many students, so they came up with a spoken English assessment. What these 107 students do was, they came here, they were sat in this kind of an auditorium, then they were asked to read some passages, then talk about it, like an extemporaries. Like discuss what is mentioned in this page. These kind of spoken English assessment happened, and out of 107, only 80 students cleared. So वहीं के वहीं 20 बच्चे तो वो बाहर कर दिया. Then came 80 students. Out of 80 students, only 76 students got the interview slot. कि इतना इतना date पे, इतना इतना time पे you will have an interview. What about the rest 4 students? We don't know. All the 4 students called me, ma'am, we were selected, we didn't get the interview slot, we were selected. I said, wait, we'll talk to the company later. ठीक है? Then after those 76 students went through the interview, there were 69 placements. In that 69 placements, there were only 63 placements who, 64 placements who were from those 76 people who came in for the interview. The rest 4 students who did not get that interview slot were selected in the last selection. That means what? That means what? Spoken English assessment they impressed the company so much, they did not find a need of taking these guys, 4 guys interviews. And at that point of time, they were crying in front of me, ma'am, hum to reh gaye, ma'am, hum to reh gaye. End of the day, they were actually so good that they were selected without taking interviews. So it is the company's will They come in with the process, but they might change it any time. भाई हमने बोल दिया तो कोई पत्थर की लकीर नहीं हो गई है. So they might come in for any time and they might ask कि बॉस इसकी ज़रूरत मुझे इस पर्टिकुलर बंदे के लिए नहीं है. Or think of those people who actually gave the interview slots and those 6 people who did not get selected. Now these guys came to me saying that मैम हमने तो interview दिया था फिर भी हम select नहीं हुए. So this might happen. It is all depending on how you guys perform. All right. So eligibility criteria तो basic रहने ही वाला है आपका elimination का criteria. अगर आपका 12th या 10th you have not cleared it with 60%, then it's a problem. And if you know it from day one, the better thing is to make sure that you are so good with your own domain skills. Like then company like these companies which came in for 36.5, इस companies के लिए आप okay हो जाओ. भाई मुझे पता है कि मैं बेसिक कंपनीज में बैठ नहीं पाऊंगा बिकॉज मेरा 10th-12th नहीं है अच्छा, तो मुझे उन कंपनीज को फोकस करना है जिसमें कोई एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया नहीं होता है. और अगर चूंकि उसमें एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया नहीं होता है, दैट मीन्स इट इज़ अ वेरी tough competition. So you need to make sure that you are par that. Got it? Yes, sir. Somebody wanted to ask a question. Yes. पूछ लिया. Okay, sir. Under your syllabus and scheme, sit down. That is under your syllabus and scheme. I guess in the 6th semester you go for an internship, for probably a 3-month or a 6-month internship, or maybe your summer term internship. That depends on your department you belong to, and that is not related to the company. If you're talking about internship which happens in the company, what happens is the company comes in for an internship, and they come in for in your 5th and 6th semester. That dude, we are going to have an internship program. You guys have to get one particular test, ऐसा aptitude का small सा test ले लेते हैं, and then they take you. And that internship you have been given some small amount of stipend, and then you go through the internship. Very rarely this happens, but yes, this happens that these interviews get converted into your company selections once you complete your 8th semester. But that only depends how you perform. Again, the same point. Internships get converted into placements, but only how you perform, the way how you perform. Yes, ma'am. I was waiting for this question. Sit. I know every time I go for induction program, this is one question. Guys, think you are 1200 in number. अगर मैं एक ही बंदे को बार हर कंपनी में बिठाती रहूं, is it fair for the rest of the students? First thing. And is it logically possible for that particular student to join all the companies? So yes, our college and the institute, that is CPC, follows one student, one placement policy. And that is for sure. No exceptions given. Now, exception happens with dream status jobs. What does this dream status word means? Dream status means there is a notice which has been sent by CPC to me and then to all you guys, stating this is the falana company coming in for your placements. All right. Then in the bracket, in that company, besides the company's name, they mention it as dream status. That dream status company, everybody in the college will be eligible to sit according to the company's eligibility criteria. Huh? But I'm talking about from our end, the place students are free to apply for that job. That dream status will be the companies for more than 9 to 10 lakhs. Let's say, for example, you've been selected in Capgemini. 5.5 lakh ka package hai. But now there is a company called as Value Labs which is coming for 21 lakhs. So obviously we'll ask you to sit because that's a huge step in your own package also. So that company will come as a dream status by default. And the decision taken which company to be dream status or not is being decided by CPC. It's not our job. It's not our cup of tea. Alright, so dream status decide हो गया. Now if someone says that, ma'am मैं 4.45 में select हुआ हूँ, मुझे 7.5 में बैठना है, so we will not allow you. For that, companies which come in for a bulk recruitment, like Capgemini, these companies already come with 3 different kinds of profile. This year there were 3 profiles. One was basic developer, 4.25. One was executional developer, 5.75. And one was Capgemini digital, which was 7.5 package. So it was again your performance which decided which package you should go for. If you are good, get selected in 7.5 in Capgemini Digital. You will not have to ask for another company to sit in. All right? So yes, we follow one company, one placement policy unless it's a dream status jobs. Anything else? There are two more basic questions which has not been asked yet. Lagao apna dimag. Yes. Sorry? Okay. Backlogs. Company allows one active backlogs. Not all, but basically all major companies allow one active backlogs, and then they provide you with an offer letter if you get selected. But the joining letter will only be given if you have cleared all your backlogs by the end of your 8th semester. Got the answer? सर मुझे टाइम लेट मिला था, मैं 2:30 बजे मिला. हाँ 10 मिनट और बस, 10 मिनट और, 10 मिनट और, 10 मिनट. Yes, anybody else? Yes, sir. Credit has, you're talking about credits in your syllabus? No. Because you're already getting placed. That is more than enough. If you're talking about if you get credit and an attendance and all that criteria by attending these sessions, no. Attendance, yes, sometimes, but I do not feel like that. I did not even ask my students if you want to come in my class or not. Not even my team. Because this is your career. If you don't come, I will have those many less students to worry about. So in my first class itself, I ask, guys, are you guys really interested? If you are interested, only then come sit in my class. If you are sitting for your credits as well as your attendance, do not come and sit in my class. No, there will be no credits for your in your scheme for these kinds of sessions. This is purely because of your requirement we have made that. There is no compulsion. आना है आओ, नहीं आना है, कोई problem नहीं. No credits, nothing. It's all your benefit for which we have taken this session. As I said, I have not set up a syllabus because RGPV has asked or my autonomous college has asked. I have set up a syllabus only because your company has asked it. Anything else? Can I? Yes, if your faculty coordinator allows, a company will not come for a second year. It will only come from third year. If you're talking about company placements, internships, it won't come. If you have some kinds of, network through which you can go for a company, well and good. Nobody is going to say no about it. But your faculty coordinator should allow. Yes. Anything else? Time क्यों है, ma'am? I have not taken more than an hour, na? Yes. Huh? Sure. Anybody else? There is a company called as Hexaware. Have you heard about it? As you guys have not asked the question, I'll tell you the answer directly. There are some companies who come in only for female employees. Why? It's company's requirement, man. So there are some companies, 2 or 3, not much, out of 80 companies, 2 or 3 companies who look only for female candidates, specifically bank, but software development, not in any other core branch. The company comes in for computer science, EC and electrical circuit branches, but abhi tak to usi ke liye aayi hai. Maybe if they come in for any other branch, then very good. But female candidates, 70% throughout. So good companies like Hexaware come for a 70% throughout package, even for boys and girls both. And if they are coming only for female candidates, it is 70% throughout. So this is also one question which everybody has asked. So I thought of you might ask, but you have not. I'm answering the question. Female candidates, you will be given more privilege if the company comes in. Anything else? That's it? Happy? All right.